Is Wednesday morning and we are here for our morning mix. I've got my cup of coffee here and what a show last night, right? Incredible show, everything Christmas, so exciting. I have Ashley here in the studio with me this morning, and what this is, if you've never tuned in before, this is basically we're going to dive a little deeper into the fragrances that we launched last night here on PZTV. And we're also going to talk about some of these amazing products that we rolled out and that sort of thing. This is a very casual show. I love to do this because you guys know I love to drop mixes in your bags. A lot of you have actually received those already. So if you have received those, drop that down in the comments as well. So Ashley's in here in the studio with me and monitoring TikTok and monitoring the website and Facebook. So we've got everything all linked up. If you are tuning in, just definitely give us some comments, whatever you guys want to see. That this show is for you. Well, and let's be honest, I really love to blend, so it's for me a little bit too. But we also have the blending board that is back here. I put together 7 brand new fragrances, brand new mixes, and we're going to kind of dive into those as well. But first of all, as you pop on, let me know, good morning. Let me know where you're tuning in from and if you watched last night. So Ashley, do we have friends up here in the house?
Yes, we do.
All right. Who do all do we have on?
Tina says hi.
Hi, Tina.
Amelia says good morning.
Hi. Good to see everybody.
Yeah, they're just rolling in.
That's TikTok. All right.
Illinois, upstate New York.
Wonderful.
Oh, Houston.
Houston. Well, welcome, friend, right there in town, our neighbor. All right, so we're going to talk about some of these fragrances, and then I'm going to dive in a little bit to what I put together for you guys. So first of all, we had 3 fragrances launch last night that were absolutely incredible. The first that we talked about was this one right here. So this was the Holiday Hot Toddy, and Holiday Hot Toddy had 3 different notes in it. So we started off with pomander, cran cherry, and then cinnamon sticks. And we talked about how fantastic this was. Such a strong fragrance. And I actually think that you guys loved this the most out of all of them. I think this was the biggest hit. However, the other 2 that I'm going to talk about are super amazing too. So this is kind of like I smell a very strong of that middle note, which is interesting, is the cran cherry, but it complements very much with the pomander. Your pomander is going to give it that fresh smell, and then of course you've got your cinnamon behind all of that. So this is not a super strong cinnamon smell, but it's a very beautiful, it is a very strong fragrance. Love that one. We also launched last night, which this one I feel is my favorite. I don't know. I want to say they're all my favorites because they're all so good. Frosted Fig and Amber, and let me tell you that this one, I believe it's because I love amber. If you have smelled amber, or amber is one of those fragrances that you know and love, this one is definitely going to be up your alley. So this is Warm Amber, Harvested Fig, and Freesia, and this has a very fresh fragrance. It's at the tail end of that. It's got the awesome that awesome fresh freesia smell, super amazing. And then lastly, we talked on this one, which is Bourbon Pecan Pie, and this was a huge seller last night. Huge seller. Baked vanilla, caramel pecan, and aged bourbon. Super incredible, very amazing. Your traditional bakery smell. So if there's any feedback on any of these, if you guys want me to dive a little deeper into actually what they smell like, I'm happy to do so. If you missed it last night, then you're in for a treat because that's what we're doing here. And all these mixes that I put together today, they're going to go in packages, and I'm going to be busy, so because I have a lot of blending to do. All right, so we're going to start off with the first recipe. This one we did make last night on the live, but the first recipe is called Spiced Candied Pecans. And again, we're going to post all this, so don't worry if you're missing it. I'm going to post the recipe after the live today. All right, so this one actually has 2 different fragrances in one. Let's use some of this one. All right, and this is also, I believe, a 2-bag bundle available on the website as well. So Spiced Candied Pecans is gingerbread cottage and bourbon pecan pie. Yum. So good. All right, so your gingerbread cottage is spiced gingerbread, buttery vanilla, and baking spices. This one I actually launched on the Vault Show last Thursday, I believe. Super amazing fragrance, very good for the Christmas season. So we're going to blend up the two of those, and that's going to create spiced candied pecans. I love candied pecans. I actually, I was at Buc-ee's. If you're a Texas person, you know Buc-ee's. I was at Buc-ee's over the weekend with my family. We were in Katy, and they make them in there. They make these candied pecans. Ashley knows what I'm talking about, and they are so good. The fragrance just fills the whole gas station. Buc-ee's is amazing. If you've never been, go. Oh man, that is so good. I love this one. This one was this is really, you really smell. It's definitely the bourbon pecan pie, I think, that takes over the recipe, but both of these scents are very strong. If you tuned in last night, Sonia talked about the bourbon smells, how she really loves a good bourbon smell. And that's what this is at the tail end of this, but it's more of a bakery smell. So super fantastic. I'm just going to pour even amounts. This is a 2 fragrance recipe. A lot of times, we actually talked about that last night. So the best part about Pink Zebra is that you have fragrance, which is what I'm doing today. So this could definitely be found in one of your packages. I'm going to be sending out a lot of these and busy mixing, which is what I love to do. So let's make one more of those, and then we'll go on to the next recipe. So any comments that we need to?
Can you repeat what you just mixed there?
Yeah, this is, we have a mixture of gingerbread cottage. Gingerbread cottage is sugared gingerbread, buttery vanilla, and baking spices. And the newest fragrance, bourbon pecan pie, baked vanilla, caramel pecan, and aged bourbon. So this is called spiced candied pecans. And this is actually available in a 2-bag bundle on the website, you guys. So go ahead and snag that if then you already have the 2 bags in the bundle and such. You'll know what to purchase. And I also launched last week, if you were on our Vault show, we launched the gingerbread cottage was a recipe or a fragrance that we brought back from the vault. So that's your very buttery gingerbread smells. It's super fantastic. Ashley's behind the camera, so let me know, you guys, too, if there's anything you want to see, and we'll get her done. All right. So, well, thank you. I'm repping it. Isn't that fun? Ashley bought those for me. She's so nice. I have 2 of them. So this is always going to be fun, right? So, all right, let's keep going, you guys, because I've got so many I want to mix. And if you have questions, keep them coming in the comments. Let's mix up this one. I think I put it on the board. Let's see here. No, I didn't. Okay, so last night we launched this 2-bag bundle on the actual website, and this, so this is not on the blending board, but I'm going to mix the 2 of these together because these are fantastic. So I have here Winter Frost, which is vanilla, mint, and coconut. This is incredible. Very fresh, but you smell the coconut in this. Such an amazing fragrance. And then the ever so amazing Winter Woods. Golden Amber, Cedarwood, and Sandalwood. The 2 of these are available right now in a 2-bag bundle on the website. But when you mix the 2 of these together, it's called Winter Vanilla. And I feel like this is one of those fragrances that it gives me all the fresh vibes. If you like a good fresh smelling house, something that doesn't have, if you're not a pine person, this would be your jam. So Winter Vanilla. So those 2 combined, and then we're going to dig a little deeper into the other fragrances that I came up with. And if you guys have questions on how, mixing and how I do that or how I come up with it, be sure to just drop that in the comments. I love to talk about mixing. It's my favorite thing. And I think that that's definitely what makes Pink Zebra stand out, is you have the ability to customize your own with our sprinkles. And if you're new to us as well, be sure to drop that down in the comments. If I have anyone new, I want to hear from you. I'm Beth Hanner, and I am live in the PZTV studio today. We are basically doing our morning mix, which is what we do after every primetime show. So, and I'm drinking coffee. You got to bear with me a little bit. I'm not 100% caffeinated this morning, so grab your cup. I love to have my coffee whenever I come in here and hang with you guys.
Carolyn on Facebook said, love how you put coconut with it. It's like Christmas on vacation.
I never even thought about that. Woo! That is so good, and that is so true. That is so true. Yeah, coconut is one of the notes that is in this Winter Frost. And that's, I think, what makes this fragrance so fantastic. I'm a lover of vanilla and coconut. And it's interesting because the mint does complement this very well. So if you're somebody that likes those, this definitely the mint gives it that Christmassy smell. But you're right, it's like Christmas and on the beach, right? We all love that. So, all right. So we're going to continue on with our blending. All right, let's see what else we got on the blending board. Let's do another new one. All right, so this recipe actually launched last night. I think it's another 2-bag blend that we're gonna do. This one is called Storybook Christmas Recipe. So what we did with this one is we took this holiday hot toddy, and we mixed in some Christmas Market. So Christmas Market made a return on the Vault Show, and this is decadent, you guys. Such a fantastic fragrance. So golden caramel, candied almonds, and vanilla woods. Such an amazing fragrance. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start to mix the two of these together. And remember, that holiday hot toddy was super fantastic. Definitely, you guys loved it last night. A very good, strong fragrance, pomander, cranberry, and cinnamon sticks. So the two of these combined are going to make Storybook Christmas. So we're going to mix these up. And I feel like with this one, of course, the recipe calls for equal parts of each, but that's the beautiful thing about this, is that you could actually put in a little bit of cinnamon, and by doing so, that's going to pull out the cinnamon stick that is at the end of this. And we talked last night about when you're blending with cinnamon or you're blending with pine, you definitely want to be careful because they can completely overtake a mix. And you're going to see a lot of cinnamon and a lot of pine in the months to come because they're Christmas, right? When I smell aspen pine, I instantly think of Christmas tree. And when I smell cinnamon, it makes me think of Christmas or fall as well. So if you're making a fall or a Christmas blend, you just want to keep that in mind because they can overtake. But I think a dash of cinnamon with this would be wonderful. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to make one with a little bit of cinnamon just to see. So you guys want to hang out, and we're gonna do another bag because we got a lot of blending to do today. All right. Let's see. So I also we're going to do another one of those. So I'm going to do Storybook Christmas. If you get this one, this is Storybook Christmas Recipe with cinnamon. That's me that I added a dash of cinnamon. All right, Christmas recipe. If you are tuning in, let Ashley know in the comments, or if you watched last night, I want to hear from you guys. We can take the cameras down the table, but if there was something that you loved, I want to know what that was. Mind you too, look at this Christmas fairy tale situation that I have. All of these gingerbread houses behind me. Aren't they incredible? So pretty. Those are definitely collector items, and we talked about that last night too, about how fantastic these gingerbread houses are because they just are so decorative, and I love them. So here, you know, these are just the gingerbread houses that we've launched over the years. So fun. All right, cinnamon spice. This is your traditional red hot cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. I am going to make this, but I'm going to make it just with what I call a dash of cinnamon, which is typically a scoop and a half. And the reason you only go that route is because I'll show you. Like I said, it'll take over the bag. Any comments on the products?
Yeah, we have a request to see the snowman accent shade.
Well, yeah. Okay, we can do it.
I think somebody asked to see the coming soon gingerbread house.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to tell you right now that the cinnamon, adding the cinnamon to this is making this recipe. So I changed it a little bit, okay? So if you go over and you grab, this is a 2-bag bundle called Storybook Christmas Recipe on the website. I'm going to encourage you to grab a bag of cinnamon or carton. They do make sense. But grab some cinnamon and add it to this, because that totally pulled that the tail end of the cinnamon that's in the holiday hot toddy. Isn't that fun? And that's kind of a technique that I use whenever I blend. Is I'll take a look at the notes, and it's interesting because A lot of times your fruits are going to pair well together. Your cleaner fragrances, anything that has amber in it, even if it seems like it's a different fragrance, that'll pair well with it. Fireside Vanilla is another one of my favorites to mix with. I've done a lot of fun things with it. I've taken it clean. I've taken it bakery. So it's so fun because anything that you want to do goes. All right. So what are they wanting to see? We're wanting to see the
snowman
okay.
on a wood grain base.
Okay.
And then the gingerbread, the Candyland gingerbread.
Okay. Well, we can do that. Maybe should we do that after we blend, or should we do that now? I don't care. What do you think? We can take it down. I'll actually have Ashley take it down, and then I'll have her. She can show you the gingerbread house. It's just right down here. That way, you guys can see that. So that we actually. This is the Candyland Gingerbread House, is a coming soon item, and it's absolutely stunning. We launched this last night, and we talked about it, and it's such a beautiful gingerbread house, and it's actually paired up with the pink mosaic simmering light that is available on the website right now. In addition to that, we also launched a teal simmering light that we have over here underneath the. Can you see this guy too? The gumdrop. So you have two different looks here, but this one was definitely, everybody loved it, and it will be available very soon. If you guys have been watching, of course, you know that there's some shipping delays. So we're hopeful that this comes out very soon. So stay tuned for that. I will be making the announcement, trust me, when it comes in. But yeah, I loved it. It was definitely a gorgeous piece. All right, let's do one more of those Storybook Christmas recipes with the holiday hot toddy. Okay, so holiday hot toddy Christmas market, and I'm gonna do it with cinnamon because I think I like it. All right, so Storybook Christmas recipe, and all of these recipes that I'm posting and talking and mixing today, we will be posting on our social media accounts. By the way, too, if you are not following our social media accounts, follow them all. We love to connect with you guys and hear what you think about, what you would like to see mixed and whatever the case might be. Also, if you get one of these bags, I want to hear from you. So post that on our social media account too, because that's way fun. So, yeah. Ashley's going to turn the camera so you guys can actually see the snowman. We brought him back as he was a return, and he is so cute. Perfect for the whole entire Christmas season, winter season, really, and definitely gives you a different look. We have him pictured there, featured with the red scroll simmering light. She's going to lift that up so you guys can see. And he's also pictured with the silver crackle. If you don't have a crackle, go get yourself a silver crackle because those are amazing as well. That will go with everything. I love the silver is my favorite. I have, I think, 3 or 4 of them in my home. So pretty, for sure. All right, I want to make some more recipes. Okay, so we just did Storybook Christmas recipe, and I'm going to move on to another really great one. But I want to tell you guys, I pulled one of the fragrances that we talked about last week to blend this one. So this one that I'm going to do is cranberry spritzer. So I'm going to use that holiday hot toddy, and I'm also going to use, we'll put this guy down here, the cranberry orange cider. And this was one that we launched at the beginning of, let's see, we did this one in September, actually. And this one, we're going to blend this one the same way that we did the last one, because cinnamon, again, a fantastic fragrance, but definitely in order for you to smell everything and for the fragrance to unfold, when you blend cinnamon, you want to keep that in mind. So we're not going to go crazy with it. We're just going to use a dash of it. And I have that wrote on my board, right? Okay, so holiday hot toddy, we're going to start off with 2 scoops of that, and then I'm going to put in, I love this. This is cranberry orange cider. This was an incredible fragrance that we launched on the last PZTV, and then I'm going to do a dash of that cinnamon, okay? Wow, this is so good. This is Sonia really liked this one last night. We made this one last night. So 2 scoops of that holiday hot toddy, and then you have your cranberry orange cider. Your notes in this are harvest berries, pomegranate, and golden ginger. Gorgeous fragrance. And then I just put a dash of cinnamon in at the beginning. And the reason you don't go overkill with the cinnamon, again, is because it can overtake. Love that one. All right. What did they think of the snowman? Did they like it on the wood grain better?
Yes, someone had been asking for a while, so
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to show that.
I know.
And, they do want to see the blending board as well.
Of course, you guys. Of course. We're going to do that. I will always post that. Okay. So that was cranberry spritzer. Oh, all right. I'm really excited for this one because we did this one last night. I might make a few bags of this, actually. All right. So this next one we are calling Moonlight Cashmere. So this is going to give a different take. This is not your bakery. This is more of a, I would call this kind of a sensual, maybe relaxing fragrance, just a little different than your what I've already done so far. So I'm going to pull Luxe Comfort and Midnight Moon. Luxe Comfort and Midnight Moon are two fragrances. You guys might already have them that we are going to pair up with this incredible Frosted Fig and Amber. I'm going to tell you that the Frosted Fig and Amber was one of those fragrances. When I first heard the name, I wasn't 100% sure because I was like, what's fig smell like? You know? And then when I smelled it, I fell in love with it. So it's such an amazing fragrance. We're going to put in Midnight Moon, which has amber, crisp air, and evergreen. And then I'm going to pair up this Luxe Comfort, which I know you guys love. This is cashmere, vanilla, creamy sandalwood, and sage. And so we are calling this Moonlit Cashmere. Moonlit Cashmere. This is, I'm one of those that I would put this, I feel like this gives me like bedroom or even bathroom vibes, maybe even an entryway. I don't think there's a right or wrong, but I typically like to keep like my fragrances like my cinnamons and my pumpkins in my kitchen. I think one time I put, what was it that I put in my bedroom? I put, I think this has been a minute ago. I think I put like pina colada in our bedroom or something, and my husband was like, I don't know about that. Like, he was like, our bedroom smells like a pina colada. To each their own. So, I had to try it. But so I kind of stick to more serene scents now in the bedroom. But wherever you want to put it, I think it would be fine. So I'm going to put 2 scoops of each of this. This is equal parts. And we did make this one last night on the show, but I think this is the one I was most excited about. Fun fact, when I went to create these, I just had sniffers, so I wasn't able to actually do what I'm doing now. I'm going to let Ashley get a good smell. So this has got a little bit of a body care, like a freshness to it. Isn't that wonderful?
This would be so good on a lotion.
Isn't it? Okay, so what I think you're really smelling in this mix is this frosted fig, like I said. So amber is a favorite of mine, and so my nose immediately goes to amber. So when I mixed this, the Midnight Moon, I knew that this would go really well with that because your front note in this is amber, okay? And then I took this Luxe Comfort, and anything that has sandalwood and vanilla always pairs well with amber. So that's how I came up with this, and I didn't mix it. I just kind of smelled, and I love it. It is so good. So the Frosted Fig gives me body care line vibes, like lotion, like very sensual, not food at all. It's a very fresh fragrance, and the freesia that's at the tail end of that is amazing.
Taylor asks, is that one similar to apricot fig?
This one, not which Taylor is that?
Taylor
Ferry? Hi, Taylor. No, not at all. Nope. This one, I want you to think, and it's because of the amber in it. So, which one did she say? The
apricot fig?
Apricot fig. No. So apricot fig was more of a foodie smell. This does not have any food smell to it at all. So this is more of a women's perfume smell is what this is giving me, and I think it's because you primarily smell the amber and the freesia that's at the tail end of that, and very hint of the fig smell that's in the middle. And then when you pair this with the other two, it's beautiful. I'm almost thinking like this would a good name for this too would be like a linen sheet smell, like, or just something serene. But I didn't name it linen sheets. I named it my cashmere. But it's because it's appropriate. But definitely cashmere. It's a rich, beautiful perfume. So when you make this, let me know, you guys. I know you guys love to mix a lot. So
She said she's gonna mix it with Pure Grace.
it would be perfect. And actually, I think yes, you're spot on with that. I try this one too because this is a really pretty mix. I love Pure Grace. Pure Grace is definitely one of my favorites. Well, actually, I had a little bit to do with Pure Grace. So yeah, it's good. All right, so we're gonna put in Frosted Fig. I'm gonna do another one of these. As a matter of fact, I think that I deserve one of these bags for mixing this, right? So this is gonna be I'll mix one for you guys, and I'll mix one for Beth. No, so good, so good. All right, Lux Comfort, Midnight Moon again, and Frosted Fig and Amber, but I want to encourage you guys to definitely purchase this one because it's beautiful. I really love it. And I think it's definitely going to give a different feel to the oncoming Christmas season where a lot of times, I'm not saying that I never hate on cinnamons and all of the pines and the vanillas and such, but this is just a different twist. This almost would be like, I've just cleaned the house and I want to give fresh, clean vibes, or I want to put something calming in my house because it's very much a calming fragrance. All right. I'm going to keep doing that one. I could do that one all day because that smells amazing. All right, we're going to move on to another one. The next one that I came up with, I'm going to talk about it, and then I will, we'll be posting this one. So caramel pecan dump cake. We mixed all of what I had last night, but it is bourbon pecan pie, funfetti cake batter, and caramel bourbon brulee. So
That's what's in the tiles.
this one here, yeah. Yeah, we mixed this one last night. Super amazing. So definitely going to have to grab yourself some of that. That bourbon pecan pie was so popular that we used everything that we had here. So I'm going to have to go grab some more of that one because it was super good. Very popular. Okay, let's move on to, I did actually add a recipe onto the blending board that doesn't have a new fragrance in it, but that I thought you guys would love. So I'm going to give you some more recipes that I came up with. This next one is called Maple Pumpkin Bars. So we're actually going to take some fragrances that we had pulled out of the vault. Well, actually one of these is always in the line, the funfetti cake batter, right? So this is your traditional whipped vanilla sugar and creamy frosting. Pumpkin bread, which I believe needs to be in every home all the time. It is fantastic. So your spiced pumpkin, clove, and warm cinnamon. And we're going to complement it with sugared pear pecan, which is maple pumpkin, spiced pear, and sugared pecans. So this is called Maple Pumpkin Bars. This is for you foodies out there that love a good sweet treat. I'm obsessed. This is and this has actually got some really pretty colors to it. So if you love bakery, this would be right up your alley. So maple pecan, I'm already smelling maple pumpkin bars. I'm already smelling that pumpkin bread. So good. If you're a pumpkin bread lover out there, give me some love in the comments because it is definitely an amazing fragrance. So everything going okay? Anyone else? Other comments, questions? You guys want to see more? We can definitely do a recap of what we launched last night too. All right, so I'm going to do equal parts. So I've got funfetti cake batter, pumpkin bread, and sugared pear pecan. Whew. Yeah, Ashley, you would love this one. This is a bakery fragrance. Definitely, yes. It's super wonderful. Love it. Yes. Yes, so good.
It's not overly pumpkin too, which is good because I'm not a huge fan of pumpkin.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, the nice part about the pumpkin bread is that it has so many other things going on that it doesn't give you overpowering pumpkin smells. I'm definitely team every apple and team pumpkin. We've talked about a lot about that for the fall. So, but the nice thing about pumpkin too is it totally anything pumpkin or anything bakery can take you through the entire fall Christmas season. I prefer it all year round. I like pumpkins pumpkin smells and bakery smells and all the things. So, all right. So that one was just one that I wanted to add up. And the last one that I've got is really fun. So we did this one last night on the show, but this is called Tennessee Christmas. Tennessee Christmas is white pine and pomelo, frosted fig and amber, and fireside vanilla. So here's where I'm going to take that frosted fig and I'm going to twist it, because I told you in the very beginning that it's these three right here, that frosted fig has a very fresh perfume smell. Well, here we're going to make it more of a Christmas vibe. So that's the awesome thing about fragrance, is that if I want it to smell bakery, I take it and I add, whatever I like, pumpkin bread or my cinnamons or whatever, cake. If I want to take it more of a clean direction, it'll complement very well with vanilla, or here we're going to pair it with this pine. So the white pine and pomelo, incredible. So we launched this one on the last show. Black fig, here iced pine, and blood orange, right? So you've got your two fig smells. That's why I paired that with that. So this is called Tennessee Christmas, and I'm gonna be posting this to the social media accounts. So be sure to the blending board so you guys won't miss that. So Tennessee Christmas, 3 fragrances in it, and if you're somebody that doesn't like an overly strong pine smell, this would be a great mix. You could also add a little bit of your own pine to this to make it a little bit more Christmassy if you wanted. I think it's perfect the way it is, and you guys know I love fireside vanilla. I feel like you could pair fireside vanilla with anything and it would be fantastic. It is fantastic. So such a wonderful fragrance, but this is going to give you it's Christmas vibes, but like I said, it's not over the top Christmas tree. And there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes, people may have an adversity to pine smells. This is not going to do that. So what else anything else you guys want to see? Keep those comments coming. Ashley's watching behind the camera.
No, somebody said the white pine and pomelo is their new go-to Christmas fragrance.
It's wonderful. And there's so many fragrances that we launched on the last show. I couldn't even contain myself that I wanted to kind of like bring some of those back in. You guys, incredible. And this white pine and pomelo is a prime example of that. We also did the same thing with, what's the other one I brought in? Gingerbread Cottage launched on the Vault show, and I did another one. Not Gingerbread Cottage. I can't remember what I did. I brought in another fragrance. Oh, cranberry orange cider. Yum. So good, right? So again, Tennessee Christmas, mix this, do yourself a favor. Grab yourself some frosted fig. You can see how you can take it more body care line or more Christmas, depending on what way you want it to go. But I love this blend, and I think, like I said, you can even add in a little bit more of a dash of, if you preferred the aspen pine. I think aspen pine would be very pretty with all, and it would be a little bit stronger of that pine smell. So, all right, let me get some coffee in my system. What else do you guys want to see? That was the last of the recipes. We could totally continue to blend some more too.
You'll have to go back and look at the comments because there's some vault fragrances.
Oh.
Ideas on here.
Okay. You guys are giving me vault feedback. I love it. Let's do something with pumpkin bread. I want to do some because I love it. And I think I grabbed the aspen. Let me see here. I thought I did anyways. I may not have grabbed my aspen pine. I'm going to run and get my, hold that thought. The nice thing about being in here is I have access to all my other fragrances. So I'm going to grab the aspen pine. Okay, so aspen pine is your traditional Christmas tree smell, but I want to do something really fun with this, and I'm not gonna name this because then I'll forget what I put in it. But I love to. We were talking about this last night on the show about how you can pair up bakery, and you wouldn't think that it would work, but it does. Okay, so I used to make this this recipe. I'm going to try to come up with something new, so stay tuned for this. Oh, caramel bourbon brulee. That was the one that I brought in. We're going to use that one. Okay. I made this every year, and I've made it, I used to make it when I was in the field, and I called it Charlie Brown. Okay, so I'm going to see what I can do with what I have here in front of me, and I'm going to come up with a unique blend that we could call Charlie Brown, or you guys could call it that. So this is one of those recipes that is going to have just a dash of cinnamon and aspen, and the reason that you just use a dash is because it, like, again, it can overtake. So what I've got here is gingerbread cottage, caramel bourbon brulee, pumpkin bread, cake batter, cinnamon, and aspen pine. And let me make sure I don't want to add anything else to this. Let's see. Let's just go with this for now. All right. So I'm going to write all these down. So gingerbread cottage. And I will probably share this one. I'll definitely share this one as a separate on our social media accounts so you guys have it. Caramel bourbon brulee. Okay, and then we've got pumpkin bread, cake batter, and then we have a dash of aspen and cinnamon. Okay, when I say a dash, it's like I'm baking. All right, so I'm putting in like a scoop and a half. Usually with this recipe, I'm going to just use a scoop. All right, so I'm going to show you though how you can take your cinnamons and you can take your pines, and then I'm going to make basically everything that goes into this. This is going to smell like a gorgeous Christmas bakery, Christmas morning smell, like but everything that you would want to eat, but then you have the dashes of pine. This is going to be fun. All right, so we're going to start off with a little bit of, I'm going to do 2 scoops of funfetti cake batter, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go a little less than a scoop of each of the pine and the cinnamon. So I've got 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go 5, 6 on the caramel bourbon, 7, 8 on the pumpkin bread, 9, 10 on the gingerbread cottage, right? And I'm going to smell it. I'm going to tell you what else we're going to go back in with. Okay, that's good. All right, and then I'm going to add in more pumpkin bread because more pumpkin bread always makes for the recipe, and then I'm going to top that off with more cake batter. All right, so I would have called this probably, this is something very close to what I would have made in the field, but like a Charlie Brown, and you want to be careful with naming them like that, but Charlie Brown is what I would have called this because of the names. I can't name it here, but you guys can. But this is, I just put the names of the fragrances. So gingerbread cottage, caramel bourbon brulee, pumpkin bread, cake batter, aspen pine, and cinnamon. And it's wonderful. So definitely a new hot recipe alert. Oh, I love that. All right, so when you're mixing this, just keep in mind aspen pine and cinnamon, they can overtake, but not in this bag. So super, whoever gets this one, hope you love it. So, all right, definitely fun. Is there anything that you guys want to see that I may not have talked about this morning? We are happy to take you down the line. We can talk about, we can do some more blending. Just want to hear from you. Anything else? What did we do? We should take him down and show him that cardinal because that was really fantastic. You want to do that? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to grab my coffee. Let's go down here. So last night's show was super incredible. We launched so many amazing new things. I know you guys loved this cardinal simmering light. This is the winter cardinal. We talked a lot about how gorgeous it is. Definitely one of those very unique pieces. Cardinals are so nostalgic for this time of year especially. Look at the detail that's in this. Such a beautiful simmering light. Here we have it paired with the white, antique white base. I'm going to pull this out so you can see it. I'm going to switch it out with the tan art and put it on the wood grain so you can see the difference. I think for me, I don't know. Which one do you like better, Ashley? Do you like it better on white or wood? I almost feel like I might like it on wood.
I think I agree. The wood grain.
I think it really makes it. I think it's because of the pine cones.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Gives it like a more touch of the brown.
Yeah. So we did talk about that last night, and oh my gosh, the holiday hot toddy. That was another new fragrance that we launched, and all of the things. It was such an incredible show, and of course, we cannot not talk about the amazing blend bash. So let me just tell you that if you missed out on the blend bash last night or on any of these fragrances, the best thing for you to do is to order that blend bash because you have 8 fragrances that are so phenomenal. That was the best blend bash because it had your frosted fig and amber, it had your holiday hot toddy, your Christmas market, all of the fragrances that I've talked about this morning. A lot of the really good ones are in that, so be sure to snag that up. And we had two simmering lights that launched last night. Actually, we had a total of 4, didn't we? So we had the red, the aspen, the cardinal, and the teal, and the pink. We had 5. So the red, the cardinal, yeah. So that was 5 last night. So 5 incredible simmering lights. The pink mosaic and the teal mosaic are gorgeous. I'm looking at them right now. So radiant. A lot of simmer pots last night that made a return for you simmer pot lovers out there as well. So I think it was such a fantastic show last night. I'm going to continue to blend this morning. So if you guys don't have any more comments, we will be live again next Thursday for the Vault Show. So I'm going to be bringing in more fragrances to the vault, or pulling out of the vault. So stay tuned for that. There's some really good ones coming. So thank you guys for joining in for the morning mix. Cannot wait to see you next Thursday, and